Welcome back everyone. Today I have a very exciting video for you. Today I'm going to review the Etihad A350-1000 by Aviation 400, and I'm going to tell you right now this is a pretty interesting model. So without further ado, let's get into this review. Starting off, we're going to take a look at the box, and the colors are very desert-like. I like that. It fits very well with Etihad. Has a very big image of the airplane on the front, plus the Etihad titles. On the side you get some information about the airplane, plus another huge image of the airplane. The back of the box though is pretty boring, not gonna lie. So yeah, I like that they have used very big images of the airplane, and I like the color combination, so 3 out of 5 for this box. Now looking at the mold, which of course is very important on any model. The most important part for me always is the nose, how that looks. You can take a look at this Aviation 400 A350 nose, and I have to say it looks pretty good. It could be a little bit more pointy. I think it's a little bit too much rounded, but main selling point is the beacon light. As you can see on this image, it is a 3D beacon light. It's like a little gemstone, looks very good. Also, the engines are very nicely sized. You get see-through engines with this model. The forward fuselage in general looks very nice with the antennas, the beacon light. Also, the wings look very nice, as well as the winglets. Moving on to the tail, the edge on top could be a little bit more rounded. It's not that square on the top. It's a little bit more rounded on the real thing. Other than that, you have your Wi-Fi hub, more antennas. Looks very good. The bottom, I don't know what it is about the bottom, but it seems like it lacks a little bit of detail. Still looks good though. You have another 3D beacon light and some antennas. So yeah, the mold is pretty good. Not quite perfect, but pretty close to perfect. Very nice with the beacon light. So I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10. Moving on to the landing gear. Now the landing gear of this model looks quite good. Let's take a look at the main landing gear. It tilts very nicely and also rolls nicely, as well does the front landing gear. Looking at it a little bit closer now, and you can see it could be a little bit more detailed. Like, don't get me wrong, it still looks very good, but it's not quite up to standard with some other companies. Front landing gear as well, it could be done a little bit nicer, but very solid still, rolls nicely, feels high quality, so I have to give it a 4 out of 5. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at the quality of this model. Now in terms of build quality, I have to say it's put together very nicely. It's a very nice airplane, feels high quality, everything seems alright there. Now the livery though, the colors are just a little bit too dark, and the main color is a little bit too shiny. On the real aircraft it doesn't look to be that shiny. Yeah, and another problem, just a little problem, the lines on the bottom of the aircraft are either painted correctly, like the cargo door, or the landing gear doors are just too thick. They should have just made all the lines that thin. It just looks way more realistic, looks better. But yeah, in terms of the color, here you have an image of the real aircraft next to the model. I think you can see that the colors are a little bit off. It's not too bad. I still really like this model. All in all, I think it's very well done, this model. It looks very good, but the color could have been improved on, plus a little bit more detail or better detail underneath. So a 9 out of 10 for the quality on this model. So now it's time to look at every single score once again to determine the final rating. For the box we had a 3 out of 5, mold was a 9 out of 10, landing gear 4 out of 5, quality 9 out of 10, giving the model a total of 25 out of 30, and that of course means it has a final rating of 8.5. So very good. Today I do not have a leaderboard. It will probably be back in the next review, but I can tell you it would have been in the top 10, so very solid model by Aviation 400. Okay, so now it's time for my personal opinion, and I have to tell you, Aviation 400 makes amazing models. The A350 is the best out there right now. Of course, NG Models has just released their first one, so let's take a look how that turns out. But right now, the Aviation 400 one is by far the best model in my opinion. It just looks so good with the 3D beacon lights as well. It is a absolutely amazing model, and I highly recommend it if you need an A350 and you can actually find a Aviation 400 one, because they're quite rare. Definitely buy it. It might be a little bit more expensive, but in my opinion at least, it's definitely worth it. So this model is absolutely amazing, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. That was basically it for this model review. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you liked this review. Maybe you noticed that I did not produce this video as I did the other ones. This one is actually made on iMovie on the Mac and not on my iPhone, so it is a little bit higher quality. The audio though suffered a little bit. I'm trying to fix that though for the next video. Anyway, I really hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.